Hello everyone, and welcome to week 6 of Zero to Squat. Today we're going to be using the original bridge as a warm-up, and that's where we're going to be starting. So from the ground position, or on the bed or on the couch, wherever you happen to be doing these, we're going to bring the hips and the heels very close together. Feet are in line now, knees as wide apart as our hips, nice and parallel. And then what we're going to do is lift the tailbone up, bring the ribs down, and then just lift up towards the ceiling, going for that nice inline body position at the top. And so this is now going to be more of a warm-up. We haven't done these ones like this for a little while, but they should feel relatively simple compared to the staggered foot position that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. Good. So that's the first thing. The second thing we're going to do this week is we're going to actually work further into that single leg sliding position that we were doing last week. So if you recall, we start with our feet now a little bit narrower than our hips, hands on the front of our thighs, and we come down into our ready position by sliding the hands down to the front of the kneecaps here. As you may recall, this is a lot more hips than it is knees. If you're feeling like you're falling backwards off your heels in this position, try to let your chest and your torso fall just a little bit further forward. So as you come down, the hips push back and the chest falls over top of the rest of me. And so in this way, we can keep our center of gravity nice and in line. So back to the actual movement now, from the front down to the knees in our ready position. We weight one of the legs more heavily, so we can lean a little bit to the left in this position. The right leg then has the opportunity to go forward, sideways, backwards. And these movements can be as small and as slow as they need to be to maintain balance. One round of each movement counts as a single repetition. And then what we can do at any point, if things are feeling a little bit too uncomfortable or a little bit too fatigued, is you can come up, take a little break, wiggle the legs, and we can switch sides whenever we want. Coming back down, now weighting the right leg and going forward, out, and back, just like that. So same as the last time, but we're trying to get a little better at them each time, maybe pick up a couple little extra tips and tricks along the way. That's number 2. The third exercise this week is going to actually be the first early version of a squat motion. So in this case, we've got a chair, and I also have a cushion that I've used to bolster up the position. The higher the surface that you try to do this from, the easier it will be, and there'll be a smaller range of motion as well. So this is an example of something you can do, depending on what you have available at your home, to try and get that first set of this exercise done comfortably, is to have something a little bit higher up. So I'll demonstrate here. With anything like this, we're going to start with our legs hip width apart. My toes are going to be turned out slightly. Very few people are built symmetrically and parallel so much that they're going to have their feet facing perfectly forward. A little bit of outturn is okay. Don't try to force it in if that's not how your legs like to sit. So once we're in that position, what we're going to do is we're going to have our hands on the front of our thighs, and we're going to come down very similar to our ready position, just until we touch into our cushion here. We can commit all of our weight if we want to, and then we lean forward and push our hips back underneath us to do the reverse of that motion. So it's very, very similar to that ready position that we've been practicing with our sliding exercise. Now we're just doing it with something to catch us at the bottom. So we come all the way down and all the way up, like so. From the side view, you can see a little bit better what's happening at the knees and the hips. We come down, the hips leading the way, and the knees do travel a little bit forward at the bottom of the position, but they are not traveling as much as the hips. If you have to use your arms at this point, that's fine. They can be used to assist on the way down. They can be used as to assist on the way up, whether it be on the arms of the chair or on your own legs, if you come down through here or up through there. The most important thing is that you try to maintain the technique that you've been learning these last few weeks, and to just take it at your own pace. So that brings us to the end of week 6 with these 3 exercises we're actually moving now into the beginnings of our squat. It's still going to take a little bit of time for it to feel particularly comfortable or normal for some people, but that's okay. And so give these a try. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below or to get in touch with our office. We're more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you very much for watching.